I am the oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are alive. Divine encounters, our lives designed. I am the oracle Apollo.
Thank you for joining me, the Oracle of Apollo. Oh, we have an echo. I got y'all.
I got it.
Okay, just turn the volume down, the big circle.
Can I just turn it off?
No, don't turn it off, just the volume.
Master volume.
Yep, thank you.
We're good?
We're good. Hey, welcome to Divine Encounters. Today is season 2, best and worst episodes. Of course, I got my boy here, Dano.
What's going on, everybody? Dominique, thank you for having me.
He's coming in, bringing all the fire. Got the divine masculine energy in here in Divine Encounters today. I figured it'd be fun to bring him on and we can do some real reactions to whatever has happened, the crazy stuff that has happened this season, which has been a blast. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night on Weekly Dose of Dano at 6 p.m. And he's going to do his recap, and that's also going to be super fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know if you ever noticed. Subscribe. You have one.
I have subscribed.
There you go.
See, this is why we need the best and the worst, because we subscribe. So make sure you like and subscribe. And we'll be back for season 3. And remember, sharing this message with a friend automatically enters you to win a personal angel reading from myself. In addition to that, we are giving away. Daniel, did you know I'm giving away something right now?
I did not know, but let me know what you're giving away.
I'm going to tell you, just because you asked so nicely what we're giving away. Right now, I'm giving away 9 seats. And I'm calling this the golden ticket, okay? And the golden ticket will bring you a potential to be read for and from your ancestors. So make sure that you're sharing to enter into winning the golden ticket here. And share this message with a friend, okay? And that's going to be for the first episode of season 3. We're going to bring you guys on. And with you coming on, you're going to get your message. So I would love to do that for you. Every time you share, automatically enters you into winning, of course. And last but not least, make sure you guys check out my meetup group, meetup.com/Awaken Philadelphia. This is where meditations come in, group events come in, and most of them are digital. So you can come from anywhere in the world. So excited. Yay!
Can I win too, or am I excluded from that contest?
You are never excluded. Dano is never excluded, and no one else is ever excluded. So please share this message with a friend. Awesome. So I like to start off every episode with the good news, which is basically the theme of the day. So we're going to jump right into that and see what everybody's thoughts are on what is highlighted, how the message makes you feel, and what resonates. So that I say, what's good? All righty. Hi, Donna. Here we go with the good news card. And the good news card says, and I think, Daniel, you're going to get a kick out of this. We're actually going to take out. Oops. Hold on. I had to unmute. Okay, so we're not doing that.
There you go.
We have to go in 2 cameras. That's fine. So Queen of Materials. This card means strong, loving, determined, and courageous. This queen stands beneath a poster of her upcoming prosperity and ascension premiere. The other muses lovingly tease her about her larger-than-life self-promos, but she knows that she must walk the walk in order to model the path to self-love and self-acceptance. She wants to nurture this in all of us, this path to wealth, health, and joyful abundance. And her unconditional love means she will always teach us how to do it for ourselves instead of gifting the prosperity. Yo, like you guys do not understand how in alignment this is like for me right now. Like it's ridiculous. She will shower us with warmth, nutritious meals, and freshly dried linens to keep our spirits up and offer a limitless supply of opportunities for comfort and security. She shares a message of being independent and accountable within her safety net of life. She reminds you to lean on the family and nurture those around you and to welcome in prosperity and success all that is yours for the taking. And here is the poem. Self-made and self-believed, she stands abreast herself achieved, an image of projected self, of manifested dreams and wealth, a deep investment of her caring, and multitudes of joyful sharing. Compassion, hers, a special kind of earthly wisdom's set of mind.
Boom. Mic drop after that.
Oh my God, Dana, what do you think of that? Especially after everything we talked about today.
Yeah, what really stood out to me was the word accountable. And I feel like, especially during this time of the year when everybody's going through their last hurrah and, going forward into 2022, I think we all really need to hold ourselves accountable. I know that little segment was for me, but bring it on. That was such a good message. We receive it and we claim it.
I claim it, that's for sure. And here, read these keywords.
All right, here we go. The Queen of Materials, the keywords. Mothering and nurturing energy, financial wealth and gain, unconditional love, prosperity, trusting in the universe to provide, lessons of lack and greed, abundance, earth energy, grounding, responsibilities, and comforts.
I claim all that.
Oh, yeah. So I think, what do you feel about the unconditional love? I feel like that's kind of one of them that's really sticking out on the page for me. How can we always have unconditional love to everybody that we run into?
It's interesting because Ram Dass had a teacher, Ram Dass being a spiritual teacher himself. His guru said, Ram Dass, love everyone. And then he came, that was the lesson for the day. And then the next day he was like, the guru said, Ram Dass, tell the truth. And the truth was that Ram Dass hated everybody. And he tells his guru, I just hate everyone. And he goes, Ram Dass, love everybody, but also tell the truth. So he was conflicted on, if I don't love everyone, I'm going to tell them I don't love them. But the reality is, I feel like this lesson, and I know Dano is asking me this because we've had this conversation before. Mm-hmm. This is a lesson that I've learned this year. And I have gained from this understanding of unconditional love. And this is not something that I feel like I've read in any books or anything, but I feel like if we pour into ourselves, if we pour our self-respect, our boundaries, our love, our attention, and our focus, if we keep pouring that into ourselves, there will be an overflow. Within that overflow, we can then gift of that overflow to others. However, ultimately, the unconditional love is for ourselves. And this might create a spark or a some kind of resistance when I'm about to say next, which is I don't believe that other people deserve our unconditional love. And before you crucify me, let me explain. What I mean by that is that overflow that we have by pouring into ourselves is the unconditional love that we can then gift. And the reason I say it like that is because if we were just to directly skip the overflow and go and try to give of our unconditional love without giving it to ourselves, we are actually not giving unconditional love, but love within condition, because the condition there is fear. And the fear that we won't be loved back, or that we won't have enough to give, or there's some kind of lack to some extent there. And what happens is people, they turn us into welcome mats when we give and when we give and when we give, because we think we're giving unconditionally, but actually it's an illusion. Mm-hmm. And it has to go to us first. And then it will be true unconditional. And guess what happens, Dano? If I sit here and I say, that's it, you are cut off from my infinite supply, I will keep giving to myself, but I take the water or the infinite supply away of love, unconditional love from you. And that doesn't mean I don't love you unconditionally. It means I love myself unconditionally, but I don't have to give of myself to everyone and everything, because not everyone and everything deserves that energy from me. Otherwise, what do you have left?
There you go. I'm going to leave that. Well, none. You keep pouring, giving, 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 and then your cup is empty. And then you're going to have to spend all that time trying to refill your cup. And you're starting from a place where, it's not that great and it's not of the best headspace. And I feel like the stuff that you will be giving from that, that limited amount of water, just so to speak, is not going to be everything that you know to be true.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when I hear someone say, I love unconditionally, ask yourself why and how. Mm-hmm. And what does that actually mean? You know?
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like, let me ask you guys a question too. What did you do today in order to talk to yourself in a positive way too? Because I know that today, we know Christmas is the season of giving, and the New Year's, we're looking this way. It's the season of giving, but make sure that you're also filling up your cup. And I know we just said that, but what did you do in order to make sure that you're talking to yourself today? Did you give yourself enough strength for saying, hey, I was able to brush my teeth and wash myself this morning because I actually had the power to do it. I have the willpower to go out and do all the errands that you need to do, and make sure that, hey, I had the generosity today to go buy gifts for others. Just make sure that we're always talking, we're having that nice relationship with ourselves, and we're always treating ourselves with the utmost respect too.
That's pretty perfectly said, friend. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, what a great question.
Oh yeah,
you're bringing a lot to the table today.
Yeah, let's do it. I knew I had to step my game up. We're on Divine Encounters today. Let's get it.
I know. Last time he was like, you asked me such hard questions last time I was on your show, and now he's asking me hard questions.
Let's do it. I mean, how the turntables, right? That's The Office. I don't know if you watched The Office. Michael Scott?
No, I've never seen. Well, I've seen it a few times, but not like, super nerd on it or anything like that. Okay, great. And Donna says, she went and got up dancing today.
That's what I'm talking about, Donna. Good stuff. Keep it up.
Yes, and that is exercising your creative, divine, feminine energy. So yeah, fantastic. All right, so let's jump into the divine experience here, where we're going to do 1 minute of energy work. And first, we have to make an assessment. So where are you at energetically in this moment from 1 to 10? And put that in the comment section below now. Okay, Dano, where are you at energetically from 1 to 10?
I'm going to say 10 only because, I didn't just come here. We spent the day together. We worked on, new season 3 and just that collective energy. So I'm already starting at a 10, and I can't wait for it to go higher.
Oh, cool. Donna, she's at a 10 today. Donna's getting it done today. I know that's right. I feel like I'm also at a 10, but so let's see what happens from this. I feel like this is probably going to leave me with mushy brain and super high, but we'll see. All right, we're going to invite the team in. So if this is your first time watching, go ahead and place your hands face up, palms up on your lap, and we're just going to invite the team in. And I feel like because we did the Queen of Materials, we can do unconditional love today for ourselves. I think that feels like good in alignment with the theme that we're carrying today. All right, so let's call in the team and let's work on that. All righty, we're going to put 60 seconds on that clock right now. And palms up, eyes closed. And we're just going to breathe in. And as we're breathing, I want you to follow that breath. Nothing else exists in this moment but that breath that brings us to the experience of the now moment of love, of understanding, of compassion. And just gift yourself that energy and allow it to fill your cup. Allow it to fill your vessel. Allow yourself to be connected within that sense of self. And I want you to bring up one thing within yourself that you're appreciative for yourself, that you're proud of yourself, that you have gratitude for yourself. And just bring that to your mind and let it fill you, let it evolve, let it emerge, let it expand, allow it to gravitate its way out of you and circle you, encompass you, and fold you, and breathe it right back in, recycling that energy. And we thank the angels for this moment and ourselves. And we're going to bring our left and our right palm to touch. Namaste. And please, if you are watching this, do not stand because you may be lightheaded. And when you feel like a human being again, come back in and open your eyes. You can start by wiggling your fingers and your toes and then just come right back into your body. And then let me know in that comment section below where you are at energetically. Okay, Dano, what are you feeling right now?
I think I went from a 10 to about an 18. And that was kind of the quickest minute. I know it was only a minute, but it was the quickest minute I've ever been a part of.
I like that. It's been the quickest minute I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And so let us know how you guys feel at home. If you felt any tingling, cold, pressure, heat, release of any kind, burping, any kind of release. Okay. And then let me know in the comment section below where you at energetically from 1 to 10. I feel like I have release right here in the third eye. I feel like very excited and expectant. I mean, I feel really good. I feel like that Queen of Materials just spoke into my soul. I really feel like it just spoke into everybody's soul about what's coming for 2022. Mind you, 2022, I don't know if you knew this, Dano, but in numerology, 2022 is 6. So this is the equal give and take. This is a balance year. This is supposed to be a year where we get more freedom. So everybody should be experiencing more freedom and balance. I am a good person, heavy-headed, and excited. I honor that. Thank you for sharing. Wow. All right. So thank you, everybody, for playing out with us. We're going to jump in. Well, not a supernatural story time today, but we're going to be reviewing some supernatural story times. And so let's get to it.
That's StreamYard. The Chrome tab? Try Chrome tab.
Chrome tab.
Yep. And then season 2 recap at the bottom.
Okay. Got it. All right. So I'm going to be sharing my window with everybody. So is this what they're seeing?
Yep. So you can see what they're seeing.
Oh, I see
right
what they're
on there.
seeing.
Yep.
Hey, you guys can see my screen. So cool. And we're going to be sharing some of my favorite moments here. I don't know how we're going to hear it, but we'll see what happens here.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. In this episode, I want to highlight, this is Mr. Luke, and he's coming up here, and I remember giving him a very important message of his friend came in. This is basically the setup for this episode. His friend had crossed over, and this episode is about a dream where his friend came to him in a dream that made him call a real life enemy and apologize and connect with her. And then there was a forgiveness process that occurred because of the dream. And she had seen a psychic the night before, and she saw the friend. And the psychic said, he's wearing a white shirt. And what was in the dream for Luke was, he said, he just told me to tell you that he was wearing a white shirt. And in that moment, they knew that it was the same person, and that in fact, it wasn't anything that they were making up.
And he's wearing a white shirt right here, too, on this part of the episode.
Oh, he is. He is. All right, so I'm going to go to this little part right here where his grandmom comes in, and we're going to listen on and see what happens with this grandmom.
If you go to StreamYard, the tab up top, yes. So we have both of these. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that one of them was muted.
Afterlife confirmed, dude. And she's like, dude, Afterlife confirmed. Bro. And I'm like,
so you can just go back
how
to the
else
other
do you
screen
explain
too.
that?
This one?
We hadn't talked for
one.
years before that. And he said, I need you to call her. And I couldn't, I'm just, so I'm now, since then, I'm actually best friends with Meg, and we talk every day now. But it was a friend. It was a way to like get us together. It was a way to strengthen a bond.
Reconciliation.
Yeah, reconciliation. There was
Makes sense.
And to this day, I have never ever feared death ever again. I take it with stride.
Because that was his lesson. It wasn't your lesson. And you need
Right.
to understand that he takes responsibility for the way he departed. Also, I see him with a woman and they're holding hands. It feels, I don't know if this is grandmother, mom, or aunt, but this is like, I feel hands to let you know that they're together and they're holding hands. Who is the woman?
My grandmom just died.
I'm sorry to hear that, but they are there together. Just letting you know. Yes, and that's the tether.
I was
What does the number 7 represent for you?
it's my favorite number.
Okay, because that's the number I keep getting is the number 7, and now there's 7 people watching us too, so I'm bringing that up. And then I'm also seeing The Grinch That Stole Christmas, like the Christmas movie.
Okay. I mean, I love that movie. I could.
So these are 2 of your favorite things.
Yes, but the grandmom thing. Can we go back to that?
Right.
That blows my mind because
So you see how when we're talking about grandmom, she has to what does grandmom like? Oh, I know all your favorite things. I know that you like this food. I know that you like this. So I feel like it's showing me like the number and the movie.
To validate.
That this is her.
Yeah. And wow.
I'm just messing with you all over this place in this episode.
Girl, you are taking me for a whirlwind. Now
he can't even think.
Long Island Media. I love her, but I have a theory that she has like a 2-year waiting list, and I had a theory that she would go. She had a team that went on people's Facebooks and Instagrams and found out things about their past to make it look like that. I've never posted about my grandma because it was the year I took a year off of social media, and I never ever posted about her. And she's on my screen right now.
Now watch this moment
Look,
closely.
I don't know if you can see it. Oh wait,
there were 7 pictures of her on there. No, you're good.
Wait, so like that's a picture of her, and like with just glasses on, chilling, and like it's all tying in. I'm freaking out right now.
Oh man. Well, with that being said, okay, and I feel like that's really what you need to hear right now. Not hear, but you need to know because that's why they were coming through today.
I saw that.
Wow. I can't thank you enough for that.
You're so welcome, and you didn't have to wait 2 years from me.
Yeah. I know.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna leave you with that. Okay, let's
Okay.
get into the Apollo games.
So if we go back to the
All right. So if you notice what happens here is that Luke, he gets his message. However, the message disappears completely.
Yep.
The message disappears completely from the segment. Did you guys see that clip? It just unclipped itself. Whatever his message was from his grandmom was just for him, and he received it, but then it was for no one else to see.
I think you might have to throw that back.
So I hope you guys caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was just insane.
Mhm.
Like that was really, really insane. And when I went to when we talked during that segment, what happened was his grandmom had 7 photos of her on the actual screen. And I forgot what happened with the Grinch That Stole Christmas because that was a while ago. But she was like right there and she was giving real specific direction. And in that same episode, his friend came through. And I wish I would have like looked for it. Hold on, let me see if I could just find it in my channel real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I gotta show y'all this. Let's go to videos. Go ahead. Dan.
Yeah, that was amazing. See, I knew to look for that while you were going through the live action of actually showing it live. It just had that little skip. So it started at one spot and he said, "Thank you so much." And it's amazing to me how something like that, where it can just get completely cut, like 2 minutes. Like I could understand if it was maybe a 5-second buffer or something small like that, but an entire 2 minutes that message is only meant for Luke. That is something you can't make this up.
No, you can't. All right, here's this. I gotta show you guys this part.
And look, March 7th too, by the way.
March 7th. Oh, yes, I do see that.
Yep,
okay.
March 7th. And you also have 7 videos inside of your playlist if you didn't know that too. It said 7 out of 7.
No, I didn't know that.
There you go.
I have a dove or a bird. I don't know if this is a dove or it could be a tattoo canary, but it was like symbolic. And he made me put on this necklace. I wasn't going to wear it. And this is an anchor.
His deceased friend dressed me this
day.
He
said that the anchor for him, it was like the connection or the bond. Like he was your anchor or like your rock. And then I felt like you would just know that the anchor was special to you, and that when you would doodle anchors and these tattoo birds, that was actually him letting you know that he was around you. And I needed to tell you that when you're doodling this or the bird, that's him.
I could cry right now because his nickname was Eagle Eye because he had really good vision and he could see really far because like I couldn't see at night driving, and he would tell me what street signs are coming up, and I think he told you to put like the wings and stuff to show that he's here, and I'm like freaking out right now.
I had to wait. And he came yesterday and he was like, Oracle, you know, he asked me, you asked him to tell me that to give you a message. I was minding my business, and that's what happened, right? You told him, please tell her to give me a message from you. Like, and he told me yesterday. This was yesterday, and I was just like, okay.
My God. That is trippy. I could cry right now, but I'm gonna.
Well, what happened? When did you talk to him?
It was yesterday, and I was like, I haven't heard from you in a while, but I think this is I'm going on a show to talk about our experience tomorrow. And the world's gonna know like the message you gave me, and we haven't spoken in a while because he comes to me in my dreams.
Right, and it feels like we were okay. And when I got dressed today, let me tell you, I have never been so excited to interview a guest because I felt like it was
all his excitement.
Like we were just hanging out. I felt not like a date, but like, oh my God, like we were hanging out, and I was so happy to see you. And then right before we got on camera, he showed me roses, which usually means to me like a birthday or anniversary of some kind or a celebration. But it was just like a lot of roses that I got. But it could just be love. But that's what I got as soon as I turned on the camera.
Well, I did get that really big executive job yesterday.
Oh, the congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So, wow.
That's just him validating that he's with you still, even though you haven't heard from him. And the reconnection is just, that's what this is. It's just, you needed to know that he is still with you and present. And so I wanted to deliver that message with you.
Thank you so much. Wow.
That's why I was like, don't ask me. I was like, don't ask me about the way I look. Because this anchor was everything today. It was like, I was going to wear crystal. And I was like, no, the anchor, because the doodles. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah. And the anchor is important too. He was always bigger than me, like taller and really nicely built. And he wouldn't let anyone mess with me. Like if anyone said any type of slick towards me, he would be like, yo, what? And like, wow, he's here. That's awesome. I got the chills, full body chills right now.
That's just the validation that when you feel the chills, that his spirit is next to you and present with you.
I'm feeling it.
Well, wow, that's a way to start the show. So much for talking about Luke.
That is so fun. Oh my God. I feel like for me, that episode was like everything. I remember getting dressed and feeling the spirit of his friend with me. And just having like, I get to see my friend feeling that I haven't seen in ever. And that was really special. So special.
Yeah, and you can just tell by his reactions that were written all over his face. He covered his mouth. He was looking up to holding his face. You did a number on him.
He was just like, my brain is melting. Sorry, Luke. We love you. Oh, man. And that was a really good highlight, guys. How are you feeling about that in the comments? Let me know. I'll be back. All right. We'll see you back in a second there, Donna. And let's go ahead now into our very next clip. I know I got these in this playlist over here somewhere. Boop, channel.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. So, wow. I mean, how many times do you think you've done that to somebody in their life? Is it like mostly everybody that you meet that you just go? And I experienced that real time too. Remember we were at the photography spot. So all this stuff is genuine and it is all real. And I believe it 100%. I've seen it firsthand.
Oh, you know what? I feel like it happens often, but not always the same. It never happens the same way. And sometimes, honestly, I get shy. Yes, I get shy. And then I try to like not freak people out that day. But then, I'm Aquarius, so it's kind of like inherently what I do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was just, that was definitely that. Now we're going to jump into Tracy's story. Tracy had cancer, and she also survived a huge hurricane that destroyed all the houses around her, but knew because she heard a message that she would be safe And here's her story.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, everybody. So I want to share my experience with you guys just to let you know what happened to me that was so huge for me and so powerful, even though it may not sound that way to other people, but it was huge and so profound. So I was sitting in my living room on, I want to say it was sometime in October of 2012. It was during Hurricane Sandy. And for those of you who know me, you've probably heard this story before, but this was like a pivotal moment in my life. So I'm sitting there and the storm is raging, the lights are out, and I started to pray about my neighbor's tree. And I kept praying and praying about this tree, just not to let this sick tree fall down, because it was huge and it's sick and it sits between me and my neighbor's house. And I just said, please don't let this tree fall. And I just kept praying and praying that nothing happened to my neighbor or, my household. And it was like my house illuminated. Now, mind you, I said the lights were out, the electricity was out, but everything around me illuminated. Right. And I only had these small candles on, but my house lit up. And I felt like a dome came down over my home. Literally, it was almost like I could hear it crashing down over my home. So in that moment, I felt so much peace that I was like, okay. And because I was praying, I said, okay, God, I hear you. And I just went to sleep after that. My son had already fallen asleep, and I went to sleep after that. And when I woke up the next morning, nothing fell. The tree didn't fall. Only a very small piece of my fence fell. My house was fine. My neighbor was fine. Everybody was good. And, with Hurricane Sandy, there were a lot of things that fell around us, but that very large tree did not fall, and it is still standing to this day. And that was back in 2012. What I didn't realize at the time was that I knew that God was telling me, I'm here for you, but I thought that he meant in the storm. Well, lo and behold, a month later, I found out that I had breast cancer. And I really realized after that God was telling me, I'm here for you through that. He knew what was coming. I did it, right? So he was kind of comforting me before I even got the news of breast cancer to say that I'm here for you and I got you. And once I got the news of breast cancer and I thought about that experience, my mind was at ease completely after that, because I said, okay, God, I know that I'm going to get through this. I know that you're here for me, and it's good. It's all good.
Wow. Oof. She just unpacked a whole bunch there. Wow. I remember being stunned by that story because it was kind of like, it was a metaphor and a literal thing at the same exact time. It's like, wait a minute. So that fearlessness, that trust, that faith that she had gotten from the storm, she winded up using it towards her breast cancer battle. And it's just like, how does anyone else process that when they're not living her story? Wow.
One of the things that really jumps out about this entire video is you look so young. You look like that was about 5 years ago.
What are you trying to say, Dano?
No, I'm just saying that. I guess I don't know what it is, but it's like you were saying, in every video you look so different, and in that one you look like you just started. But that was only a few months ago too.
That was a few months ago.
Yeah.
And
wow.
it's funny because it's like I was explaining to Dano, I'm a different person in every single video that I filmed. And I really do believe that. I feel like we're channeling different aspects. You need to be a different facet of yourself for different engagements with the energy that people are bringing to the table. If that makes any sense at all.
Oh, of course, you have to be. And like you said, you kind of have that chameleon going for you. And for this one, I just feel like it's kind of like that light and that hopefulness shining on your face. And
literally,
she had the same thing.
It was almost like,
you know? She had the shining light and the hopefulness, and you just reflected that through the story and through the image.
I agree. So, I'm going to highlight now a part of Dano's episode.
Oh, wow. Here I go in the hot seat.
Since we're talking about shininess. So let's see. We asked Dano a very difficult question, and now we're going to see what his answer was during that time. This is season 2, episode 36, and Dano is in the hot seat.
Oh, wow.
Self with what's actually existing inside of you. So, Dano, the question is, how are you being called to step up and lead?
Okay. I just want to tell you right now, I'm going to answer your question out loud. My energy's at a 10 right now. I'm literally it would be a 12 or a 15, but you gave me this grounding mat that you guys can't see right now, and this thing's about to bust because it's absorbing so much energy. So I want to say I'm at a 10 right now. So I'm being called to step up and lead. One of the biggest ways that I can really explain it in the physical sense is having my own television show. I firmly believe that if somebody comes in and watches for 5 minutes and they take, advice, golden nuggets, whatever it may be, it's 5 minutes more than what they came into it with. And if they needed to hear that only for 5 minutes, then I've done my job, because it gives them purpose and it gives them life, and it can take them forward to anything that they might be going through in their life. And that is one of the ways, is through my own television show, and as an associate producer for the network as well. I just want to be able to give other people this great platform to share their stories and to help and everybody be of service to other people as well.
Wow, that's a really good answer. And it's interesting that you said about the 5 minutes, because that really resonated with me. It's kind of like success can happen in an instant, in a moment. So it's like, if it's meant for you to be there fully, because at any given moment, something grand and amazing can happen. And for you guys at home, how are you being called to step up and lead?
So has that changed?
Yeah,
Or evolved?
yeah, actually it has. I feel like people now, before I just felt like people would just come in and just absorb the good energy, and they would just have a good time and everything was free flowing. But I feel like now the content is more greater and the messages are grander and they're helping people even more. Just looking at that, I was like, okay, I was just kind of glad that somebody was there watching, experiencing the same things. But now with the Positivity Posse, shout out to the Positivity Posse as well.
Literally, it was almost like I could.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I just feel like now we have penetrated through that layer of, oh, everything's happy and games and we're just having a good time. Now the lessons are really starting to stick, and I can see a huge difference from back then to now. So the answer is the same, but I feel like we're taking that 5 minutes and we're just expanding it to the full hour that people are staying.
I understand that. And thank you for sharing. And, sometimes we are pouring into other people, and sometimes other people are actually pouring into us.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is an even exchange here. And so I want to highlight this episode. Natasha has an experience where she believes that she sees or meets Jesus. I saw the timeline there.
All right,
so
cool.
I want to show you guys. She poured into me in this particular episode. And let me just find that timestamp. I just had it at 53 minutes. All right. And this was her prediction for me for the year, which ends in March. So let's see what she says.
Vinegar. We sweet. We too sweet.
I love it. Exactly.
I'm so excited about connecting. No, I'm sorry if I'm overexcited. I see a lot of things, guys, and I just see beyond normal. I see years down the line. So just to know that we're sitting here today, and then next year this time is going to be another story. That's all I'm saying to y'all right now. And I'm blessed and I'm thankful for this moment. I'm thankful.
Okay. In a 1 minute moment, Natasha.
Yes.
Give me your predictions for me. This time next year. Let's go. 1 year prediction from Natasha.
Spicy.
Okay. We stop. Okay, so I don't want to get you all excited, but I'm so excited for you.
The giggles.
And you're just like, what? And I'm like, yo, girl, I'm trying to tell you, this time next year, I don't even see you sitting at where you are home. I see you having a fake home, but like a B&B home, somewhere, a studio where they tell you oh, you got to come to the studio every morning at 5 a.m. and you go to the studio and they have the same setup, what you want. And then you go there and everything is more
director
it's
seat.
like a level for you, Dom. It's almost as if you're going like this. So that you're jumping all over the place, girl. It's like you have steps they're all the same size no matter what, right? They're connected, but for some reason your steps jump high. They go up and then they go up and they go up and go up. It's excelling high, and you're just like a frog. You're Puerto Rican, right? Yes, like them frogs, and you're just popping up every step, and I'm just like, what is going on? I keep seeing the sticky frogs, the cute little frogs with the cute little arms. That's why I say he's Puerto Rican. So, yeah.
She know me.
Boricua.
She
So
calling me
yeah,
out.
and he's not playing. Like they hold on to whatever they want to reach, whatever point they will stick to it. And I just see you excelling like that frog, like just
Thank
growing
you.
higher and jumping higher. It don't matter how high the hurdle is, yo. I keep seeing you jumping higher, higher,
Thank you.
never
I feel that.
falling
I
because
claim
you're
that.
gonna stick.
I still claim that.
And you know, for you guys at home, you probably have heard me if you watch the show enough times. Frog is my totem. And I wear frog
Really?
inside my medicine pouch. And it is because I'm Puerto Rican, honestly. Let's just get real. Because I grew up around cookies, and that was like, and when I do my shamanic journey, that's the animal that comes to me is
Yeah.
frog. So
It's
thank you for
always
that.
with you. There you go. All on your ear.
So you
like
guys
around your
just
ear.
saw here on Divine Encounters her abilities. So
Now,
go
just like-
to Bigo.
Now, just like you asked me, how I know you have until March, but do you feel like that resonated with you? And how has that played out for you?
Oh my gosh. You know, when she said this, I was like, what does that even mean?
Mhm.
And then we've been here for a year. And like you said, even there, oh, you look like this happened 5 years ago. When I was watching all my content, I was like, this looks like I've time traveled.
Yeah.
It's only been 2 seasons, but I feel like I have time traveled. And now I get to teach other people how to do this, which is amazing. And
Yeah.
I feel like she's right. I feel like come March, something even more amazing, more grand is gonna happen. But I claim it expectantly, and I feel like she was absolutely right. So thank you, Natasha, for that. And you know, there's a lot of fun here in Divine Encounters, and we go through a lot of things. We've gone through a lot of things.
Wow.
Okay, and speaking of going through a lot of things, sometimes the things that you go through are not as fun or pleasant as that. So let's see what we have for that. Yeah. Remember this time, Dano?
Oh, I do. I remember watching this live, actually.
When I was pouring so deeply into y'all that I poured into the computer. Let's go.
Thank you for joining me, the Oracle of Apollo. Mercury in retrograde is still things day because I just spilled a whole bunch of water on my laptop and on my cards. And everything is saturated with the water, but to your health, wealth, and prosperity.
My poor cards.
I have no clue how I managed that. Hello, everybody. Good energy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And Lori says also, happy birthday to you. It is Sunday night. This is where we do your horoscopes in random order tonight. There is not going to be any kind of order to this. Let me just see if I can get my camera to angle better.
So this is just basically audio feed.
It is not.
'Cause the
All right,
camera's
there we
fried.
go. All right, guys. So thank you all for being here. I love
I
being here
sound
every Sunday night with you guys. We're going to do all of your horoscopes, like I said. If this is your first time watching this episode, Divine Encounters, you're going to be noticing that this is not a passive viewing experience, but one where we are actually going to be energetically shifting ourselves. With the good news, there's going to be an awareness question for you to grow. There's going to be a divine experience where we are going to energetically clear you, as well as there is going to be a Apollo Games where you're going to learn to tap into your intuition.
Okay, so it was 10 minutes of that, of me being stuck. And what happened was I spilled this whole decanter of water onto the laptop. And the laptop was actually, now it's sitting up. I learned my lesson and I destroyed my cards. And we see here, I'm just trying to get back on the feed. Everything's shut down. I'm trying not to panic. I'm trying to be calm, trying to be Miss Cool, calm, and collected. The show must go on. And we are pushing and pushing and pushing until we finally get right back up on the horse. And yeah, so not everything happens as it should, but it happens as is needed, and we gain strength from that, right? We gain
experience,
resilience, and I joke with Dana all the time that from E360, I would say I'm that person that has broken everything at least twice. All right. So, thank you everybody for joining us. And I hope that you enjoyed that little recap of the best and worst moments of season 2. At this time of the night, we're going to jump into what is called the midweek collective energy check-in. So, I think Dano's going to be helping us with that one.
Whatever you need me to do, I'm down for it. Let's go. Let's go, man.
All right. So let's go ahead here. We're going to get the midweek collective energy check. And my winner did not come tonight. I do pick a winner every single Wednesday night. However, we're going to be changing that to Sunday nights now. But we do pick a winner each week. Oh, actually, before we get into the midweek collective energy check-in, Dano, there's one more thing we actually have to do, which is the Apollo Games. This is about building your intuition. Dano has no idea what the answer is to this.
Nope.
So he's going to be very surprised and shocked when we play this game. So call the husband, call the wife. We're about to build our intuition with the Apollo Games. Okay, so the question today is, what is Dano doing?
All right. Sitting?
What am I about to reveal? Dano shopping. Dano eating. Dano racing. Dano.
It's already.
So, Dano, what do you think we are revealing to the audience at home
You know,
of what you're doing in this clip?
I know what it is now. I thought I knew, and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be an easy one." Are you? I'm not gonna say it.
No,
but
you
just
have
know-
to. You have to
Oh.
say what you think, because I filmed you doing all of these things today.
Yeah, Dano's sleeping, of course. I could tell by your giggles and just the fact that you're about to put me on blast. I already know what it is.
If you win, you're gonna get from me a social distancing high five. You could be wrong.
I'll give you one too. I already know what it is.
You could be wrong. Let's find out.
What am I about to reveal? Dano shopping. Dano eating. Dano racing. Dano sleeping.
I knew it. I knew it. Damn.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh, but why is it so funny? Dano, you get a high five, bro. You're psychic, man.
And a high five to anybody who got it right out there too. I thought it was gonna be the racing. We did do the racing today, but
We did. And you know what, though? I love you, so I took off the snoring. And there was no sound of you snoring. I did not put you all the way on the laugh.
I asked you if they were snoring. You told me no.
But then I laughed because I had did this mischievous little thing in the corner over here
Wow.
that you were not aware of.
Well, there we go. If you guys ever was curious on how I sleep, there you go. There's a little a glimpse into that.
Oh, I am so dead right now. Oh my god, so funny. Okay, we're gonna jump into the midweek collective for sure this time. Okay, here we go.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the midweek collective, and this is what you need to know, grow, and how you can let go. And I have Vanna White right here, and she is going to do the cards and flip the cards for us. All right, so go ahead and
Let's do it.
pull that first card and stick it in there.
In it?
Yep, you can
All
take the
right.
old ones out.
Hurt. Look at those hands. Those
Look at
beautiful
those beautiful hands. I know that manicure. What?
What can I say? I knew I was coming on today.
That's right. All right. So we have here the Queen of Earth, thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. And the card says, make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. You know, sometimes we get caught up, so very caught up in if we go through a breakup or if we're going through a creative cycle, and it's just like we find a lot of time to blame ourselves for things, why things didn't pan out. We're reflecting on the whole year, so we can also say, man, I really effed up this year. I really could have done more. And you could be beating yourself up. But we can't fix the past, regardless of what has already come to pass. So what I say to that is ensure that you are taking a practical approach to the now moment, setting your sights on the future, fall in love so deeply with that future that it is an effortless process to take the daily steps that you need to take in order to accomplish that future that's already in alignment with you, if so you align yourself with that energy that is greater than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we need to know. So let's take out that one. And they don't have to go in that little slot. They just sit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Heard
yeah.
that. So this guy right here is next?
That is the next one.
Let's see. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. I love that one.
Yes. So going into that, you know, that future that we're bringing in, and this is not something that we are chasing. This is something that we're attracting. And when we are in alignment with ourselves, we stop becoming the me Okay, when our pattern of suffering comes from the me. Okay, it comes from that cadence of that within ourselves. We focus on we start focusing on the larger picture, the broader picture, and then we can see how we can be of service to others, where our things that we find interesting, our passions that can then become instruments of change for the world. And so then you can get paid for doing what you love. All right, and that's always possible as long as we believe that it is possible, and as long as we don't cast what is that cast aside. No, that's not the right word.
Not ostracized, right?
No, it's similar to ostracize, but just don't hurt yourself within yourself. Don't punish yourself, okay? Just accept it and just move forward. All right, we can go to the next card, which
Boom.
will be the moon
Let's
cards.
do it. Moon cards.
So good at this.
Coming right up.
This is
Jeez.
effortless. Look how well he does this.
If anybody needs this professionally,
There
you
you
got
go.
your man.
And here we have the nothing yet set in stone. So you might be saying, Oracle, I'm using the past to try to build the future just by looking at the history that I've been in. If I wasn't able to do it then, how could I do it in the future? And that's just negative thinking, old patterns, old beliefs, old paradigms. When we shift our mindset by filling our own self and giving us, like that good news card this morning, the unconditional love, we allow ourselves to overflow. And that overflow is like those tidal waves that we see there in this picture. It's like in that background, okay? It's like the tsunami of change. And things have to be taken out from underneath of us so that we make space for the new. And that's what we need to let go of, is the fear of failure and recognizing that all possibilities are possible. Okay, so let's go into the
Here
next
we go.
one.
So this one's going to be a little sexy. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Slow motion. Slow
Boom.
motion for me.
Here we go.
Oh, I love it. Salmon. Determination. What are we just talking about right now? Exactly. Forward momentum. You know what you are going, where you're going, and you will get there.
Mhm.
This is not me just saying, let's put positive things out into the universe. Okay. I am channeling this information. That means source is giving it to me, and then I'm filling it into your own cup. So be in love with that determination, with that passion, with that certainty, and that knowing that if you pour of yourself into this area, this facet of your life, something will grow. You are nurturing, watering the seeds of your life. Okay, let's go into the next one.
All right.
The next card is going to be the message from heaven card. If you so need a message from your ancestor from heaven, beautiful. And I am loving this because it's actually synchronized with the thumbnail that I made for this show today, which had a rainbow. And your message from heaven today, if you so need it, is I am so much better now. When we leave the physical body, regardless of how we leave it, some of us leave it in a not so desirable way. Some of us, we're taking out of it by outside situations that we couldn't control or flee from. But they're letting you know to not harp, do not sit, do not dwell on the way they have left. Because the manner in which they have left is maybe a sorrowful goodbye to you, but for someone else, for their ancestors, it is a meeting of love. It is the what is that? Rekindling of family and of friends and of time past. So they are so much better now. So rest assured that your loved ones are safe and protected and where they are. Okay, thank you. We can pull that one out, and we're going to pull two of these little ones.
All right, let's do it.
Angel blessings. Woo!
You know what?
Ooh,
These came in a pair.
No, take them all. You
Take
got
them all.
three. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Take them all.
Ha.
I am feeling this. We got
Oh, wait.
Angel Michael blessing the collective with travel. I know I claim that. I thought that said imagination, illumination. And then what's the third one?
Boom.
And we have free. I felt that freedom card. Wow. Travel, freedom, and illumination. What did I say in the beginning of this feed when we talked about the 2022? It was the year of balance and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I opened this feed. And that is because for the collective, we are going to experience more freedom than we have in the last 2 years. And you guys know with COVID, oh, so much energy is coming in. Oh, with COVID, oh, it got me high. With COVID, we got put in our houses. We got locked down. Our freedom felt stripped away. And we actually had to deal with a lot of things that were swept under the rug for an extended period of time, life, relationships, patterns. And so this is a blessing. This is not a message, but a blessing. This energy is being expedited to you. as an angel, as an angel portal is always open before this feed. I don't know if you saw me do that or not. This.
That's what I'm doing right now. Actually, yeah. No, I didn't see. There it is. Touch it right
We
there.
were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He knows my tricks.
Yeah, I had to use it as a defensive now, or on the offensive. I was gonna get you before you got me.
We did it at the same time. That's so funny. So these energies, Daniel's also sending it to you, are being expedited into your energy field. The angels always want to work with you, but they respect your free will. But you have to ask them, invite them into your life, because that invitation will result in something even more miraculous that you couldn't ever even expected. All right. So I hope that this all serves everyone today. I feel like for sure, I know we're going to be traveling.
Oh, yeah.
I know that.
Oh, yeah.
And this freedom, to me, feels actually for a lot of people financial.
Financial freedom?
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. There's the validation right there. Come on.
Well, we got to ring that bell.
Boom.
I know that's right. Wow. So thank you all for this season 2 of Divine Encounters, for supporting me through all of the many, many ups and some downs as well. We've done our best. We've come a long way. And I feel like the takeaway from this year for me, for my season 2, I know we're going to talk about Daniel's season 2 tomorrow. He's going to talk about his season 2 tomorrow, is show up for yourself. You know what? I don't know if I could do this, but we're going to try. Right back there. Let me get a little pointy brush. Oh, thank you, Daniel. That is my vision board right there. And what it says there, it says, show up for yourself 2 times a week. And there has been days where I have arrived to this feed with sunglasses on from migraines I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, spilling all of my water, this whole decanter of water, on all of my precious equipment and cards. There was a day I saw myself completely soaked in sweats because I had just got the COVID shot and I had the hot and cold flashes from being so sick. And there has just been so many nuggets that I noticed within myself, that I've given to this, so much of myself to this program, because I believe in it. I believe in the power of sharing wisdom. I believe in the power of sharing energy. I believe in the power of sharing divine experiences, because there is no such thing as one path. And I am Buddhist, and we celebrate Bodhi Day instead of Christmas. And what happens is we put Christmas lights around Buddha, and it represents all the many paths towards enlightenment. So there is so many ways to do something for your love, for your purpose. It's not written in stone, and you're the creator of that. So you are the one that tells everybody else how the story plays out. Daniel, do you want to drop anything off while you're here?
No, I just want to say I believe in everything that you're doing as well. And where we're looking at this way. Thank you so much for doing what you do, because if you weren't doing what I know you've impacted me in ways that you probably don't even understand. And for the people that show up week in and week out, oh man, I can only imagine half the stuff that you provided for them. So thank you so much for showing up for us, showing up for yourself, and just keep going. And let me let y'all know, if you guys are not on the train right now, this train is going off. So make sure you reserve your spot. Make sure you reserve your seats, and thank you on behalf of Dominique as well, for always supporting, because I know with the Positivity Posse, you guys are always supporting. And there's another term I'm not gonna reveal.
There's
it
no
just
reveal.
yet. Yeah, no reveal. But just seriously, thank you so much, Dominique, for everything that you've done for me. And on behalf of your supporters, just keep going and let's go. I'm so excited for season 3. Let's get it.
Stay tuned. Season 3, January. Whatever the Wednesday is in January, the first Wednesday. But we're coming back and we're hitting it hard. A lot of changes coming. And make sure that you're sending me all of your divine encounters, because I want to hear about it. I hope you guys have a fantastic, beautiful, welcome and warm holiday. May you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself. And remember, the divine always has your back. Ciao.